Y'all seen this Detroit man? He unalived his ex-wife or his wife or whatever she was to him. He went and unalived her for whatever reason we still don't know. Clearly been posting that she's been single. She says she's single. Don't miss your don't miss your blessing. She been single. She is single. And I don't know what the fuck took him over the edge, but he unalived her. He pumed her. And then he took off like a coward and ran.
There are women all over this country right now trying to leave. Quietly, carefully, bravely. They've made up their minds. I am done. And most of the time, that decision is the hardest part. What happened to Erica Sanders tells us that sometimes the hardest part isn't leaving. It's what happens when someone refuses to let you go. On the evening of March 17th, 2026, in Centerline, Michigan, a 38-year-old mother of 4 was shot inside her own kitchen. Her children were home. The man who pulled the trigger had told the world he loved her and had been telling the world, post after post for months, that he was falling apart. He had been warning everyone. And yet, somehow nobody moved fast enough. 6 days before she was killed, Erica Sanders changed her Facebook cover photo to a message she wanted the world to see. I am unavailable. No, you cannot have me. She meant it. She had chosen herself, her peace, her children, her future. She drew the line, and it cost her her life.
His mama passed in 2025, I think, or 2024, whichever year she passed about a year or two ago. He been on his whole weird mental health depression kind of mode shit, and I think he must was jealous of her new life and how she moving and shit, and he ain't doing shit. He just whatever. He must been in his feelings because he sure took her out, and he ran. They locked his ass up. The last things that he posted was strange as hell, and I wish to God somebody was paying attention to this nigga's Facebook. He said he was going out with a bang and the truth done came out, and he has been posting shit for months. I would say for damn near a year. He been posting weird shit ever since his mama passed. And sometimes now, y'all, we gotta start paying attention to what he be posting, because they literally be telling us that they done lost their damn mind and they on one, and the first person to just piss them off is the one to get it. That's quickly what it seems is. I think it's in the food, it's in the water, it must be in the air. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but shit, it's in something. 39-year-old Zach Fuqua. 39-year-old Zach Fuqua, that's his name. The life of Miss Erica Kane. He took her life. Mind you, she was just not planning to set her son up for prom, and she was just having a time of her life at this point in time, and doing for her, cause must be he wasn't shit. And she was finally looking and, new things and doing shit for herself. Exploring shit and taking care of her kids and living life. And I think she was a hairstylist.
Before we go any deeper into this story, we want to take a second and speak directly to this community. To every single one of you watching right now on True Crime Unraveled on YouTube, and to our family over on True Crime Unraveled TV on Facebook and TikTok. We read every comment, every single one. Your words, your theories, your pain, your empathy, we see it all, and it means everything to us. The engagement on this channel is not just a number. It is a community of people who believe that these stories deserve to be told right, and that these women deserve to be remembered. So keep those comments coming. Your voice matters here. Now, if this story moves you, if it makes you think, if it makes you want to talk, drop a comment right now. Like this video. Share it. Because Erica's story needs to reach as many people as possible. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and turn on the bell. Because we are not done talking about the women this world loses too soon. Now, let's get into it. This is the story of Erica Marie Sanders, a caterer, a mother, a daughter, and the months before March 17th, the posts, the grief, the AI conversation nobody took seriously enough, and the man who watched the door close and decided he would not accept it. Erica grew up in Detroit, attended Martin Luther King High School, studied at Macomb Community College, and in February 2022 earned her high school proficiency diploma from Southeastern High School with honors. She posted about that moment with pride. A woman juggling motherhood, grief, relationships, and a business, and she still finished what she started. She ran a catering business called A Slice of Soul. People who knew her say she poured everything into it. Early mornings, late nights, for children largely on her own. Erica was not just surviving. She was building. She also lost her mother, Kimberly and Sanders, in May 2024. Erica posted about it. How her sleep had been off. How she had not been the same. Grief rearranges everything. Yet she kept going. She kept building. On March 11th, 2026, just days before she was killed, she posted, "This year I am choosing me, my sanity, and my peace." She meant it. And it is one of the most heartbreaking sentences in this story. Zachary Fuqua was 39, from Centerline, worked at Chrysler. He had been married before, to a woman named Ada Janae. They had a daughter. He posted like a proud father. That marriage ended. At some point, he entered a relationship with Erica. Privately, he told someone close to her that he was trying hard every day, that he loved her, that he wanted to make her his wife. But Erica had already made her decision. On April 28th, 2025, almost a full year before March 17th, 2026, Zach lost his mother. And by his own words, that loss broke something in him that he never managed to close. After his mother passed, Zach's social media did not go quiet. It went the opposite direction. Post after post, each one heavier. July 2025. I tried, but I failed. Losing my mom messed me up. I cannot shake this. August. Losing his mother made him feel like there was no real love left in the world. December, a letter to her. I get lost sometimes. I do not understand this place. He wrote about tears hitting the sink, about holding his head up anyway. He was an only child. No sibling to call at 2 a.m. who understood that same grief. That is a particular kind of alone. And then this. Weeks after his mother's death, June 2025, 9 months before Erica was killed, Zachary Fuqua had a conversation with an artificial intelligence. He asked, "What is missing in my life?" A grown man in grief, alone, asking an AI. The AI told him to stop letting people treat his kindness like a weakness, that he had been bending and staying quiet to avoid conflict, that he needed to protect his own energy and know when to say enough. People are divided on that screenshot. Some say it was sound advice. Others read it with a darker lens, because when a struggling man hears you've been too soft, you need to know when to say enough. What did enough mean to him 9 months later? The conversation happened. The posts kept coming. Nobody intervened. September 2025, Zach posted about narcissists. You could pour every ounce of love into them, and they would still have a backup plan. Around that same time, Erica shared a post about co-parenting with a narcissist. Her comment, "It's my biggest headache." Neither named the other, but they were absolutely saying something. Then the texts. Zach told someone he was trying every day, that he loved her, that he wanted to marry her. Erica had already decided otherwise. The two realities could not coexist. By February 2026, Zach's posts were shorter but heavier. Grief be tearing me up so bad. Torn. Drowning. I am not okay. Erica's brother Daryl said the family had been watching Zach's page for about a month. He said Zach's own words made it clear something was building. He said he pretty much said something was going to happen this day. Erica updates her cover photo. I am unavailable. No, you cannot have me. A boundary drawn in public for everyone to see. Erica posts a proud mother moment, her son's graduation from coming up. That same day, Zach sends a private message to his pastor asking for prayer. The pastor responds immediately, but something had already been decided. March 14th, Zach posts 3 words, going out with a bang. Her family saw it. They understood it as a warning. The question that will follow them is, What more could have been done with those 3 days? March 17th, morning. Erica posts, "Don't miss your blessing thinking I am in a relationship. Baby, I am single." She was free. She was clear. She was moving. That evening, approximately 5:30 p.m., police were called to the 7500 block of Sterling Street. When officers arrived, 3 of Erica's 4 children were home. They found her on the kitchen floor, unresponsive, shot. Life-saving measures began immediately, but Erica Marie Sanders was pronounced dead at the scene. Zachary Fuqua was not there. He had left on foot, heading eastbound. But before he left, before he walked out of a home that held 4 children who had just lost their mother, he reportedly handed those children candy. Then he walked out. 30 minutes later, police located Zach at 10 Mile and Van Dyke. He was taken into custody without incident. Zachary Fuqua was arraigned at Macomb County Jail. Charges: second-degree murder, possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, possession of ammunition by a prohibited person, and 3 counts of felony firearm. Zach had a prior concealed weapon conviction. He was never supposed to have a gun. He had one anyway. Bond denied. His next court appearances have since passed. The legal process is moving forward. In the days after March 17th, Erica's family could not stay quiet. Her sister posted, "All of this happened because Erica did not want to marry Zach. A woman exercised her right to say no, and she paid with her life." But the post that stopped people was from Erica's father. He said he never would have thought he would be burying his firstborn daughter. And then he shared this. The last conversation he had with Erica was her asking if he would walk her down the aisle one day. His daughter, who told Zach she did not want to marry him, had been thinking about a future. A real one. She wanted her father at her wedding someday. Now he is planning her funeral. He said to young men, "Never fight your women. We are men. We need to protect our children and women." A GoFundMe was organized. On March 28th, a balloon release and candlelight vigil was held. One of the fathers of Erica's children wrote that he would miss all of her jokes. She was funny. She made people laugh. That detail, the jokes, is a reminder that she was a full person. Erica's viewing was April 10th. Her funeral April 11th. Her family laid her to rest. Her children said goodbye. Zach spent 11 months telling the world how unbearable it was to lose a mother. He knew exactly what it felt like to lose a parent. He wrote poems. He reached out to his pastor. He asked an AI what was missing. And then he allegedly walked into that kitchen and made Erica's 4 children feel that exact same thing. How does that happen? We are not asking to excuse anything. There is no excuse. The Centerline Police Director said it himself. When your words become loud and vicious, you disengage. You walk away. You get help. That is what should have happened. It did not. Erica's brother was watching that page. The family was reading those posts, and they were afraid. But fear without a clear path to action is one of the most terrible things a family can be left holding. The director also acknowledged that sometimes you cannot get an emergency protection order without 2 separate documented acts of violence. Sometimes the system requires you to have already been hurt before it will protect you from being hurt again. That is a problem. Erica Sanders did everything she was supposed to do. She left. She moved on. She made her position clear. She chose herself, and she still lost everything. We started with a woman who drew a line. I am unavailable. No, you cannot have me. She posted that 6 days before she was taken. Erica Sanders was not just surviving. She was becoming. She did not get to finish that story. Her 4 children are still here, growing up with the memory of a mother who poured her soul into everything she touched. A slice of soul. Whatever happens in that courtroom, those 4 children will carry this for the rest of their lives. That is the real sentence. We want to know what you think. Was this preventable? When the post said going out with a bang, what should have happened in those 3 days? Where does the line between someone's grief and someone else's safety actually get drawn? And who is responsible for drawing it? Tell us in the comments. We read every single one, and we want to hear from you. If this story moved you, if it made you think, if it made you want to do something, share it. Someone watching might recognize these signs in their own life right now. Someone watching might be the person who finally makes a call. Like this video. Leave a comment. Subscribe to True Crime Unraveled on YouTube. And find us on Facebook and TikTok, True Crime Unraveled TV, where the conversation keeps going between episodes. To everyone who has been in the comments on our previous videos, we see you. We appreciate you more than you know. Every theory, every prayer, every this hit different, we read them all. Keep them coming. This community is why we do this work. Erica Sanders asked her father if he would walk her down the aisle someday. He never got the chance to say yes. Say her name. Remember her
answers as investigators try to piece together what led up to the deadly shooting that took the life of 38-year-old Erica Sanders.
You just hurt the world, for real, because she was loved by everybody.
In my heart, I'm still trying to wrap my hands around it.
Police say Erica Sanders was shot and killed inside her Centerline home Tuesday evening by her live-in boyfriend. It happened with Erica's 4 children in another room, and I'm told Centerline police tried desperately to save her.
Officers arrived. They found our victim laying on the floor. Officers attempted to revive her, trying to do life-saving techniques.
Tragically, Erica died. Her boyfriend was found nearly a mile away on 10 Mile in Lorraine, where he was taken into custody. I spoke with Erica's loved ones, including her brother, Daryl Adams.
We don't know for sure exactly what led up to it. All we heard is that it was an argument. It wasn't no domestic violence in the past that led up to this.
And he says their pain is unimaginable.
We hurt. You can't ever be prepared for nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? And we feel even more hurtful for our niece and our nephews.
As my godfather, how can you promise me that you're going to take care of my auntie and you take her away from me?
Erica's family says for the last month there were red flags on her boyfriend's social media pages.
Seeing some of the notifications and people that sent to me where he been battling something for maybe a month, and it's led up into this. And he pretty much said something was going to happen this day.
He just wishes her boyfriend would have come to him about what was apparently causing him so much turmoil.
And I wish I had an opportunity to talk to him before it led to this point.
He says he can only hope the man gets the help that he needs.
I just hope he get the correct help.
I just hope you get help. Seriously.
In Centerline, Peter Maxwell, 7 News,
inside
Detroit.
a Centerline home, and now he's behind bars wearing an anti-suicide smock and denying the charges against him. Tonight, we're learning new details about the moments leading up to that shooting and what prosecutors say happened inside the home. We thank you so much for joining us for the News at 5. I'm Kimberly Gill.
And I'm Ty Steele. That suspect, 39-year-old Zachary Fuqua, was arraigned today, charged with second-degree murder and multiple gun charges. Local 4's J. Scott Smith was in court today as disturbing new information came to light.
A 38-year-old man was charged formally today following a horrifying killing that happened in Centerline on St. Patrick's Day, and it left a lot of questions unanswered. 39-year-old Zachary Fuqua sat shackled inside a booth at the Macomb County Jail this morning, listening as Judge Suzanne Fonts read off a laundry list of charges against him. Fuqua was formally charged with second-degree murder today in connection with the brutal killing of his girlfriend, 38-year-old Erica Sanders. Fuqua also faces 5 separate gun charges. The shooting happened around 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday at their home on Sterling Street near Van Dyke in Centerline. Police arrived at the home to find Sanders face down, having been shot in the back of the head in front of her children. According to investigators, Fuqua fled the scene on foot before he was arrested by Centerline and Warren police at the corner of 10 Mile and Wainwright. During the hearing, the prosecutor described a brutal killing.
That the defendant had no qualms with shooting his significant other in the back of the head in the presence of 3 minor children. Moreover, the callousness of such an action, especially as it's alleged that as he left the house, he gave the children candy saying, "Here y'all babies go."
While no motive for the killing was mentioned, Fuqua's social media had shown signs recently that he had been going through some sort of crisis, including a Facebook post from March 14th that said he was, quote, going out with a bang. Fuqua attempted to say that he was not a flight risk during the hearing, but the judge disagreed and ordered him held without bond. Now, if convicted on the most serious charge, Zachary Fuqua could spend the rest of his life in jail. Now, he's going to currently be held without bond in the Macomb County Jail. His next court appearance is slated for April 1st. In Warren, I'm J. Scott Smith for Local 4.